Welcome to another episode of Big Ego Media. Got a special guest called by the name of RV. How are you today, bro?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. We had a football match today, got cancelled. Waterlog pitch.
Yeah.
Nah, it is, but you play football?
I used to.
Any good?
I thought I was good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Alright, we'll go from the beginning. So, RV, where are you from? Where's your parents from? Where did you grow up?
I'm from Tottenham. Both my parents are from Jamaica. I was born here.
Yeah.
Well, not both of them, but I'm saying, and I grew up in Tottenham still.
Okay, from all your life, basically.
My whole life, I was born in Tottenham.
Yeah. So, early sort of upbringing, what was you into? What was the thing?
I was into music and I was into football.
Yeah.
But when I say into, it was more like a hobby.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a passion, like a deep passion. It was just, I enjoyed listening to rap music, hip hop, and I enjoyed playing football, but I didn't see either of them as a career or something that I wanted to get into. It was something that I just enjoyed doing.
Did you have a thinking of a career? Because sometimes people say, I want to be an actor, you know? I want to be...
I never had a career. I just always knew that I wanted to be the boss.
Yeah.
Like, I always said I wanted to run my own business, but I wasn't sure like what the business would be. But I just like always had a problem with, I wouldn't say with authority, but like having to like answer to people and that. So I just wanted, if I owned my own business and I was my own boss, then I had more control rather than having to wake up and answer to somebody and get into the office and you know what I'm saying? That was my main thing, like my main drive.
So in regards to, I guess, I always ask people this all the time, in the household, was it both your parents together?
Both my parents until I was like 11, yeah, around them ages.
What do you find the difference was in having both parents and the difference into when both parents were separate?
I would say it was more or less the same. Because of the age I was at, like, I felt like I was older than I was at the time.
Yeah.
And obviously when my parents split up, I still saw both of them more or less equal time. So it wasn't a major difference for me anyway.
So how was you in school in terms of academically?
Academically, I was good. I was good, like I got good grades and I focus even more, like, who knows, you know what I'm saying? But like, I've always been intelligent, I've always had good grades.
But behaviour-wise?
Behaviour-wise, not so much.
Yeah.
I wasn't bad, you know those bad kids that used to like, I don't know, throw chairs at teachers and stuff like that? I wasn't like that, I was more just naughty, like, talking and arguing back and running jokes and just disobedience, like.
What would you say the main difference was between primary school and secondary school?
In terms of what?
Just in regards to, I guess, in primary school, you're kind of still innocent. So did you see you going to secondary school, it opened your eyes to everything? Or would you still a little bit more reclusive as you'd be originally when you get to year 7? You're not so, what age, I guess, would you say you started changing?
I would say probably like year 9.
Year 9?
Year 9 is probably like when I started like being out here. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What was the pull?
Just culture, really. What I grew up around, things that I was seeing, and just like influences for this type of stuff that I was into.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
When do you remember the first time you ever got arrested?
First time I got arrested, I was like 11 or 12.
Okay, right. That young?
Yeah, 7, but for something dumb though.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, I was on my way home from school, I was with my bedroom at the bus stop, and was play fighting, and I swung him into a shop window.
Yeah.
Broke the shop window.
Okay.
Obviously you tried to bust out, and then when I got nicked, they tried to say criminal damage, was trying to enter and rob the shop or whatever, but charges got dropped. But that was the first time like I actually got arrested.
Were you scared when the police came?
Honestly, scared. It was unmarked officers.
Yeah.
So I thought it was like a citizen's arresting.
Okay.
So I was about to, until I saw the radio, you know what I'm saying? But I was innocent anyway, so.
And what even just having the police there for the first time, what's mum saying?
Well, my mum knew that them times, year 7, I was just a little kid, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really out there really doing anything, so it must have been a mistake. So she was more like concerned for my safety rather than thinking, oh, what did I do? You know what I'm saying? I didn't really get nicked that much, you know.
Okay.
I didn't really get nicked. I was out here doing stuff, and then I just ended up in jail.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting nicked all the time. I think I got like nicked twice for like dumb stuff before I actually got nicked for something.
Yeah.
Something big.
And so when did you first get sent to jail? How old was you?
Just turned 18.
Just turned 18. Forgive me if I got it wrong. So obviously I've been trying to do my research and everything. At that time, you was kind of, from what I'm told, like you was kind of next up rapping wise.
Yeah.
And you was making music, and you were kind of meant to be the next great big thing, and then you got caught with charges. Was that that time?
Yeah.
Can you say what the charge was, or?
GBH.
And how long did you get?
7 years.
7 years. So, going to prison for the first time, how was it for you?
It was a bit mad. It was around the same times as riots, and I had 2 cases, and I had a lot of codees.
Okay.
So there was a lot of my bedrooms was in jail, and I feel like that kind of helped in a way. But then again, a lot of man's pagans were in jail at the same time, so it was getting cracking a lot. And I'm thinking, right, like this what jail's like, this how it's gonna be. But yeah, like I would say, I don't know what the right word is to use, but I say like I'm grateful that I went at the time I did with the people that I did, rather than just being thrown in there by myself. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying, because when you go there and you're all by yourself, I've seen when I went to ISIS, people can target you because you're the only person there, kind of thing. But would you say when you first went in there, did you feel like, oh, I need to change my life and I get, or was it quite exciting? Because when we're young, we're still quite excited by it.
In all honesty, I would say it took like 18 months into my sentence for me to be like, this is long.
Yeah.
Because I was young, I was gassed, name was popping, like man was banging out. Obviously the roads are hearing about what I'm getting up to in jail, and it's just, you know what I'm saying? I was just whatever, I'm out here. But then it started getting tiring, started getting long, and I'm like, alright, cool. When I do get out, what am I gonna be on? The same stuff that got me in there and end up back in there? Then that's when I started thinking like, yo, this is long. So I got a 7. If I got anything less than a 4-2, I reckon I would have came back out on the same stuff. Because when it got to like 18 months, 2 years, that's when I started thinking like, cool, this is long.
And was you writing bars while you was in there again, or you just thought?
Nah, I thought I was done. Like after 7 years, I'm thinking I'm not gonna come out after. I got extra days as well, so I ended up doing like almost a 4, basically a 4.
Okay.
So I'm thinking I'm done now. I went in when I was 18, coming out, turning 22. I didn't feel like there was anything to pick up from until I actually came out.
In regards to, I guess, let's jump on the music thing quickly. When was it that you actually got into music? When did you start writing bars yourself?
Probably from when I was like 11.
Yeah.
Young, grime days.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You used to speak grime at the time?
Yeah, I used to spit grime at the time. I think my dad bought me my first mic. My dad used to play music, and I think he gave me one of his old mixers, and I had a little studio set up in my room.
Okay.
And like my neighbour used to come over, my bedroom from down the road used to come over, man just used to do little grime songs and that. But like I said, it was just a hobby. I never like took it seriously, like, yo, I want to be a rapper or grime artist or whatever. I just, you know what I'm saying? So, and I was just into it. I used to listen to a lot of music, so I started to make my own.
In regards to just who was your influences then, in terms of grime? Was Skepta and them at that time?
Yeah, Skepta and that was at that time. Them dams, it was like Scorcher, Bashy, Big H, Criminal, them times like Chip, you know what I'm saying, all those sort of people.
And how did the name RV come about?
The name RV came later on in life.
Right.
Like my friend that died, Revenge, like he told me, like, he was only a year older than me, but he was like, yo, like, you're young Rev. But like, I laughed it off. I'm like, you're only a year older than me. But he's like, yo, if I die, I'll go to jail. You have to carry on the name. But then I didn't know he was gonna die so soon. Like, after he told me that, probably like less than a year, he died. And I was like, raw. So then I like took the name and carried it on since then.
So when did you kind of make the transition from, was it because grime was kind of dying? You started doing the rap thing in the beginning, or was it just going with what is going on in the...
Literally just a age thing.
Yeah.
So grime was I was into grime when I was like 11, 12, 13. When the man started coming out here and doing certain things, I was listening to different music. I was listening to American rap, like 50 Cent, Cameron, Cassidy and all of that. And then that was like the UK overstood Rhapsody era. Like, so then started making the UK rap.
Okay, so when then did you do the transition to drill? Was it because that was sort of the sound that everyone's making now as well? Because you're more associated with drill now than you are with road rap, basically.
Because I went drill start of 012, and I was making rap them times. There was no drill. Drill come out whilst I was in drill, so I came out to drill. When I first come out, I was still rapping. Like the first project me and Heady dropped, Sticks and Stones, it's probably like one drill song in there. It's more like rap. And remember when people used to jump on like rhythms, like bashment rhythms and stuff like that? It was like more that than anything. But then drill was popping off at the time. So we just jumped in a drill thing and then it just started getting mad. And then just took it from there.
And at that time you guys were kind of seen as a duo. Was it something you guys were conscious of, like Heady and RV, were a duo kind of thing, or was it just natural because you guys are friends? We'll ask that and I'll ask you how you guys met afterwards.
What it is, it's like, when I came out, I think he went in. And then I was out after like doing 4 years, just trying to like sort my life out and get back and but then he shot at me, he's like, yo, like, I'm trying to do the music thing properly when I come out. So like, just keep the buzz going, like, do your thing out there. So then that's when I started doing my thing as RV, drill, I was doing the solo thing. And then when he came out, that's when we were doing everything together.
Yeah. And did you ever think at the time, like, because you said obviously Heady's cool, you said I'm trying to take it seriously. At that time, do you think you guys want to reach the heights that you reach now, or I'm gonna try it as a hobby and see where it goes, or did you guys really know that?
Nah, literally, we were just trying a thing. We were just trying a thing, and then we didn't even know the drill thing was gonna go mad as it did for both of us. Then it just started getting off, and then one thing led to another, and then obviously we're here now.
I'll say for me, when I first heard of you guys properly, because obviously I came out of jail 2015, so I was just trying to keep my head down. I was just trying to listen to the music. So 018, I'm on my first holiday after license, and No Better comes on, and that's when I was like, "Wow, this tune slaps." When you guys actually made No Better, let's forget the controversy that comes all around with it, but when you guys made No Better, did you know it would have been the smash hit it was, or was it just a thing like, you know what, let's diss people?
No, man knew it was going to be a hit when we left the studio. Because we left the studio and we were driving back. We left the studio late, like early hours in the morning. It was on the M25, the studio was in like Uxbridge. We were driving back to the ends. It was on M25, playing it in the car. But then like no one knows it's on the motorway. We were just ripping down the motorway and playing the song on repeat. It was like, nah, wheel it. This tune's hard, hard. Like, that's when I knew like the tune was hard. Obviously we didn't know it was going to go as mad as it did. But like, we knew that the song was hard.
Where do you rank that in terms of the best drill songs ever made in the UK? Where do you rank that?
It's definitely up there. For one, the song by itself, and two, the culture of drill and like the nature and the story behind the song. You put it all together, like you can't leave that out of conversations. You know what I'm saying?
As I don't want to touch too much on the controversy, but obviously that stems back from the video of Heady in the what do you call it? When you kind of watch that video, for me, he's kind of done something that I probably would have done to get myself out there, kind of thing. Is it a thing that where you kind of feel it for your friend, like, nah, man, why are they trying to violate? Or is it a thing that you're looking at it with, he's done the right thing, and could it have been left at that? If that makes sense.
Two things I would say in that situation. Obviously, it wasn't me in that situation. So anything that happened after, I just said, I'm on whatever you're on. In the actual situation that happened, he made the best decision that he could have made in that decision. You know what I'm saying? Because me being me, or anybody else being in that situation, could have took a different route and still been in jail from that day for doing something mad on that day. And they would have missed out on everything that's happened in between. You know what I'm saying?
And I guess from the back of that, and I done a video, I don't know if you guys ever saw the video, and what I said about kind of OFB was everyone gets brought on.
Yeah.
Everyone gets bought, and I think more and more people are trying to do that now.
Yeah.
But you guys were kind of the first, like, you know what, we're not leaving anyone behind. The youngest, you guys jump on, run with the OFB name as well. Because once you put someone, it can be a guy called, let's call our video guy, Anad, Anad OFB. Put that up, people are gonna want to listen to it. Because was you guys conscious of, you know, we have to bring the hood with us with this, or was this like, you know what, people reaching out, yeah, we want to jump on this music too?
Literally, it's a bit of both. Because obviously we're still trying to pattern ourselves and do our thing. But it's like, yo, this is what's going on. This is the machine. Everybody, let's go. We can all eat. Like, it wasn't a bringing thing. It's like, yo, you see what we're doing? If you want to do the same thing, let's all go. Like, it's a team effort. If we're all pushing, it makes more sense than just two people. It don't make sense like two people blowing and then trying to bring everyone. Everyone could do their own thing. Everyone can still, you know what I'm saying? That's what it was more time.
And that's the thing. And I think that's what's so important, because like, a lot of people think that, oh, you have to bring people in. It's not, you guys lay the blueprint. So look, we've done this. You man just follow, slap the OFB name on it, and you can create your own kind of buzz. So let's say there's a 15-year-old, 16-year-old right now, lives in Broadwater Farm. I mean, I was in my Bob's Tabber. I used to drive over there to go and deliver my food. I couldn't stay in there for more than, I was like, they might think I'm the wrong person. But like, let's say there's a 15, 16-year-old in Broadwater Farm now, not really, let's say, on the road thing, and say, you know what, yeah, I just want to make music. I want to put OFB my name. Is he allowed to? Is he fill out a form, application? How would it work for him?
Well, no one's really the gatekeeper of OFB. It's just like, everything should just be authentic. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, just because you know the man them or you live on a block or whatever, don't mean that you can just use the name. You know what I'm saying? You still have to be like OFB. You know what I'm saying? So without going too deep into it.
I hear you. So just looking at kind of like career-wise, right? So you and Hedy both come in. You went back to jail again, didn't you? So that was after the what do you call it? No better. So what was the charge at the time, or was it the just arrest at the time?
The arrest, the charges are mad, but I just feel like at that time, police was just onto the man them. And they just wanted to interfere with people's lives, like the evidence, basically everything they arrested me for, all the charges got dropped. But they knew that I was on license, so they knew like what was gonna happen anyway. So I ended up getting recalled, and obviously when they arrested me, I had a knife on me. But then all the charges I was arrested for, or wanted for, they all got dropped.
How long did you do that time?
I did a year.
So that's what I was gonna say. At that point, do you think that stalled your career? Because you guys just had that hit, better.
1000%.
And then if you see now that from the back of that head, he kept that momentum, and then you didn't. So you think that kind of stalled your career?
1000%. 1000%.
And how do you kind of rectify that? Is in terms of you just need to be more consistent now? How does it work with you now?
You can't dwell on it. You can't dwell on the shoulda, coulda, wouldas and what if or whatever. It's just like, yo, like, you just gotta be thankful that I still, when I came out after the year, I still had another opportunity, because it's like my second opportunity now. I went to jail the first time, I came out, then I went to jail again and I came out. Like this, I've still got another opportunity. So it's like, yo, man just needs to capitalize. But then I feel like I came out 019, dropped Journalism Trap Is True, dropped Savage, and then I was back. Then I was getting into 2020, I had plans, and then COVID hit. So then it's just like, I'm just waiting for a time where I can get a clean run. Like.
So just in regards to that music, because I was talking earlier to other people, right? And I put up a post earlier about sort of the sounds of the UK. Do you see yourself continuing to do drill? Because I don't know, I'm starting to see a bit of a slight push. People are starting to go back into road rap. Do you see that happening? And do you see you transitioning, or trying to stick on the drill lane for now?
Nah, like my last project wasn't just drill. There was like other things on there, and I literally just come from the studio just now, and I'm just trying to make music. Not necessarily just drill or road rap or whatever. I'm just trying to make music, whatever like sounds good to me and works for me. That's what I'm trying to do. But like, I would like the old drill essence to come back, but I understand like the nature of the music and the media and everything. But if the old drill came back and there was a window or a market for it, I'll be happy to just
I'm gonna say, do you think there's a market? Because if you look at, for example, what Russ does, for example, right, or Central C, it's like more kind of the drill that's more marketable that will get you the checks.
Yeah.
So in terms of doing the old kind of drill, would that just be for a personal kind of hobby, or is it to be to try to make something out? Because I doubt they really want to give people money for doing that old style of drill.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but the fans want that. People want to make that, but then it's a career at the end of the day, and people got families to feed, houses to buy, things to do. Do you know what I'm saying? So naturally, people gravitate towards what's popping and the check. But then, like the essence, if we're talking about the music and the culture, like what people actually bought into when drill first started coming, it's like everybody's left that behind now. Do you know what I'm saying? And I would like for that to come back. And a lot of fans told me like they want that to come back, but it's like, what's, like you said, the checks, what's paying the bills, you know what I'm saying? I would like to make that. I would make that music all day long. If it was paying my bills though. If it's not paying my bills, then what can I really do? I can only do it to a certain extent, you know what I'm saying? Because that's me, like this is me, I'm an artist, I'm a rapper now. So, man, if I make, you know what I'm saying? That's the best way I can say it. So, yeah.
So what can we kind of expect in terms of the late new projects coming? Is it something that's going to be more sort of marketable, is that what you're trying to say? Are you going to get like an Afro swing sound on it? Are you going to get like
on my new project,
singers on it?
My new project, I'm doing 2 sides.
Okay.
Anyone that rocks with me and knows all my, like I'm more of a project person than a singles. Like I drop mixtapes and projects. So like anybody that rocks with me will know like my next project's gonna have 2 sides, basically Valley on and Valley off. I'll say the Valley side is gonna be like a Savage Part 2, and the other side will be a Freshman to Tottenham Part 2. So like there'll be something for everyone. If you want that old drill, you're gonna get that. If you want the new drill, you're gonna get that. If you want my old, so people tell me like, yo, I've been listening to you since 010. I wanna hear that rap stuff back. I'm bringing that back as well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to do everything on this project here.
So you said something there, Fresh Prince of Tottenham, and earlier on you talked about, I guess, pagans in me, I'm 35 now, right? And I remember when I was doing whatever I was doing on road, we never got along with the Ghetto Boys from Lewisham. We never got along with the Brixton Boys. And no one can tell me the reasons why I didn't like those guys. We were just sort of told, we don't fuck with them. Is that kind of similar what was told to you guys when you were growing up, or is it something that had happened personally that made you?
Nah, me, I've never inherited any beef. I've never had the man tell me like, yo, we're beefing. Most of the people that, I wouldn't say I've got beef personally, most of the people that the man in beef, we used to be friends. You know what I'm saying? At one point. Whether it's the Tottenham beef or the man's actual pagans, some of us, we used to be friends. Do you know what I'm saying? But just things happen down the line and it's like, pick a side, you know what I'm saying? And then it's ended up being whoever it is.
This is wishful thinking, peacemaker Bobby here. Can there ever be a resolution where it's like, you know what? Things have happened in life and you know, we're older now. I see you guys see me, let's just move on in life. Can that be something for you? Or is it too it's too entrenched that it's hard to tell kind of thing?
For me, I could say like probably like 90% yes. There was a point where I used to think it's never ever gonna be dead. Then where life has gone, the way life has gone, people that I was onto at one point just got birded. I don't care about that no more. That's your story. My story's here. I know where I'm going. So like things don't matter as much anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's like in my whole life, I could say I've probably been violated like once or twice. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not like I've been moved to bad times where like I'm holding grudges against people. Like I was mainly the aggressor, so it would be easy for me to say, you know, I don't really care. But then again, it's like I don't know how other people are feeling. You know what I'm saying? If I've moved to somebody, I can say, oh, I don't care about that no more. It's dead. You might hold that forever. So I can say, it's easy for me to say, do you know what? I don't care about that. But then it's like, I could be like, I'm a rapper now, I'm doing my thing. I don't care about ops no more. But then I've did things to people. So it's easy for me to say.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I hear that. Because I had A1 from the 9 on my interview last year here. And he said something, because he's kind of proud of what the OFB kind of done. He looks at it like, right, people, that's people from my ends kind of thing. And he said, I'm sure I got this right, he said that he would do a tune with OFB if the bag was right. Do you see yourself ever doing a tune with someone that you traditionally don't get along if the bag was right?
No.
Not at all.
That's basically like selling your soul.
No.
So that doesn't make no sense. There's so many rappers, like, you can make songs with anybody. Like, man's not gonna, so if a man violated your mum and said, yo, let's make a song, but I'll pay you this much, you're gonna be like, yeah, cool, forget about the violation. You know what I'm saying? It could be a thing where, do you know what? It's not beef like that no more, but we're not gonna be friends. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna, like, you gotta have morals in life.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Man's not gonna like forget everything for money. But I think that's a bit crazy.
No. Obviously, bring up the incident which happened a couple of months ago, where you was attacked, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I saw that, and I saw you sort of put out a tweet, and like I said, I don't know you personally, but I felt compelled to reach out and say, you know what, don't watch that. We all take L's in life. So people laugh. A couple of hours later, a couple of days later, people move on from that. I mean, after it's kind of happened, did you kind of feel rage within you? Was it something to say, no, it's get back time, or did you have to kind of be composed?
I had to be composed, but the weird thing is, yeah, I wasn't as angry about the situation as I thought I would be, or as I would have been a couple of years ago, because I've had a lot of personal growth. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like I learned a lot from the no better situation, acting off a mood and sparing the moment thing. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like life is a funny thing. Like, yeah, life is a funny thing, and there's no time limit on certain things. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, cool, whatever happened. It's how man deal with it going forward. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
And advice I would give is like, obviously you feel how you feel. But the advice I give, you're still alive, you got all your faculties about you, you're still gonna make your music, and that incident's got left in 2021, you're moving on now. So there's anything that where you should even put yourself in any headspace to even, although yes, I brought it up today, which I guess I wouldn't put in your headspace even to even think about that no more. You know what? We're moving on to 2022, and you're still going to try and make money. So, but do you find it difficult sometimes to deal with the trolls? Because the trolls the one who kind of instigate things a bit more.
Yeah, nah, man. The trolls, like, man can never get drawn out by anybody that don't know nothing about the life that man has lived. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, like, I don't know everything about your background, but you reached out to me, and I know like where you're from, whatever. Anyone that's been around me or lived a certain life, shouted me on a separate thing like, yo, don't get drawn out. It's these little guys that don't know nothing about the roads, or where to get back, or like where you want. Like, these man don't know nothing about the roads. Man that live in yards where they have to drive 45 minutes to go to the local shop. There's no ends, no blocks around them trying to tell me about the roads, like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, and the internet, I don't care about the internet.
No.
I've never sought validation. I know what I'm on. People around me know what I'm on. So that's what matters, you know what I'm saying?
I was like, just talking about trolls, would you say you're a bit of a troll yourself?
Nah, I'm just banter, innit? I wouldn't say there's trolls and there's trolls. Like, man will have a laugh and a banter online, but I'm still like, I'm a serious guy in real life. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, the internet is not how I would like it to be. People use it for different reasons and use it in different ways. So it's like, sometimes you just gotta go along with it because it is where it is. Do you know what I'm saying?
Because I was gonna say, there was one which I thought was funny, and I thought, but you're either trying to antagonize, or I think you're listening to the NSG song.
Yeah.
Tion's part come out, you're like, shut up. Is that something that was calculated because you knew that would cause a little bit of a stir, kind of thing, a bit of banter?
That's just my character.
Yeah.
Like the man will tell me like, oh, you're dumb. Like why did you do stuff like that? That's my character. Innit? You know what I'm saying? But this banter.
On a separate note though, did you enjoy the verse at all or not at all?
That's a good tune still. It's a good tune still.
I hear that. So I'm a Celebrity just came on recently.
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah. Still, I've been watching that for years.
Yeah. Was there something special about this year's one?
The first one I watched in the castle. It's normally in the jungle still.
I hear you. Well, as long as you enjoyed it, we enjoyed it. Everything good there? No?
I wasn't in number Celebrity. It's good I don't really watch TV too tough though.
I hear you. We move on from that. So, what in 2022 is going to be different with RV?
I want to say my work rate. Because 2019 I came out, I was hungry, like I just missed 2018. I missed, like when I went Joe for the Nobel, I think I missed loads of shows, loads of festivals and everything, and I come out 2019, I was hungry. But also when I went Joe 2018, my son was born. So like during lockdown and quarantine and COVID, I was spending a lot of time with my son. Then it became a thing where like I've never had a chance to live like a normal life. I've either been on the road just living a certain life, or I've been in jail, or I've been doing rapper life. Like I've been trying to just live normal life, like on a civilian thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now I feel like I need to get back to work now. So this year I'm trying to get back to work still.
I mean, how has fatherhood changed you?
It's a lot, like you have to think about somebody else in everything you do. You have to think about somebody else. All the decisions you make, you have to take somebody else into consideration as well. And it's like, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot still, but like I wouldn't change it for anything.
Would you say that's your proudest moment in life? Becoming a father?
Yeah. When I look at my son, yeah. Yeah.
And when you kind of, I mean, your son's what, 3-4 years old now, right?
Yeah, it's 4 in April.
It's 4 in April. So what kind of advice would you give him that you would say that you didn't get now? Because you've lived that life now, you lived that experience now. So what signs would you look at for him to say, you know what? Would you show him and tell him all about what you've been through in terms of your life, or would you try to guard him away from all of that?
I'll try to guard him away from that. And it's just like the type of life that I want to give him and show him, that's not even going to mean anything to him. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's easy for people to get influenced, and it all depends on what you're into, really. You know what I'm saying? For people that are not into a certain culture or whatever, like they're oblivious to it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Some people might hear a drill song and they might just like the song, but they don't know nothing about what people are talking about in the song or what those people are on or whatever. But there's some people that are in the culture and then they care about who's beefing who and do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm trying to show him a different side of life where he's oblivious to all of that. You know what I'm saying?
I hear that. So there's been a few debates lately in regards to who's the best rapper, who's the best. Like, you can only pick 3 artists, no one from OFB, that you think are the coldest in the UK. Who are those 3?
Artists?
Whether it be rap, whether it be drill.
I don't know, you know. I've never actually sat down and thought about that.
You never thought about your top artists?
Me personally, in my own time, I listen to American music more time. Like majority, like when I listen to UK music, because I either demand them or I'm just hearing what everyone else is doing. I don't bang. I feel like the only UK artist that I probably like will put on and bang out is K-Trap.
Okay.
more time I'm listening to like Future, Young Thug, 21 Savage and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't really listen to the UK music. I'll hear, like if Dave drops, I'm gonna listen to it. Chip drops, anyone drops, I'm gonna listen to it, but I don't bang it out. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll bang out the mandem, but other than that, it's mainly American.
Is there any sort of formula within you to do wave sort of music? Because you do Future and all that. Is there anything that you might want to jump and start giving some vocals or?
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm down for anything. Like I said, like you asked me, you just doing the drill thing, whatever. I'm on anything that sounds good, anything that works. So if I get into the studio one time and a producer plays me a wave beat and I catch a vibe, then yeah, why not? But I'll never wake up and say, yo, I'm going to the studio today and I'm making a wave song and I'm singing. Like, it will just have to happen naturally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I hear that. So like, besides music, is there anything else that you're kind of venturing into? Because I've had a few rappers lately, so Billy the Kid told me he wants to get into acting, Ard Ads told me he wants to get into acting. Is that is a lane that you might decide to, or that's not you?
If the opportunity comes, I'll be happy to explore it, but it's not something I'm thinking about getting into acting right now, but I'll be happy to do it. I've been meaning to start my podcast for like over a year now. Like people keep onto me about it because I previewed it. I did a little trailer and that. So I want to try and bring that to life.
I think
this year as well.
I'll personally say do it because what is happening is everyone says it's a saturated sort of spot where everyone's doing podcasts, but if you think about it, it's a lot of us older heads who are doing podcasts. No one, you guys' age group is kind of doing it. That's been the scene. So I think it would pop off. So definitely, what's it called by the way? You got
Tea House.
Tea House.
The Tea House.
Okay. Not going away from that. Eh?
No, it's the Tea House.
Nah, I hear you. So is that something that you're definitely going to be doing?
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. I was meant to do it like when I was going to do it last year? No, not last year. The year before.
Yeah.
2020.
So any last words that you got for your fans, for people listening, for people who didn't know you? Do you think you got everything you need to get out? Anything you want them to know about RV?
I would just say just to lock in and tune in. Like I'm coming, music, I'm coming viral, podcast, YouTube, whatever. And yeah, man. And just don't take things too seriously. You know what I'm saying? And like make sure that you're in the real world. Because the internet is the internet. And I feel like a lot of people are just on the internet. And literally that's it. And the internet it's draining life, real life. You know what I'm saying? People put more energy to things on the internet than they do in their real life.
And you know what? I think it's going to get worse. This whole metaverse thing they've got going, people are just going to be tapped into that. But let's see how that happens, man. But guys, that was the Big Ego podcast and that was RV. Bless up, man.
Love.